So this is the remix test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will you able to hear me right now? Okay, apparently there were some problems with the microphone, with the transmission. But okay, so let's focus a little bit more on this Hellion we saw by Beastie try to do some damage. It got taken out. It's time to look at the harvester count. My microphone was not muted, but apparently it's just a restart of the sound virtual audio cable was enough to get it going. And there we see Underdark. He finished his Nexus right away, so he went for some kind of 1 gate or 2 gate into expand. So main transfer coming up already. Meanwhile, what is Beastie doing? He stays on 1 base. He does not want to expand. He wants to go for a powerful push. So I guess this will be a Raven. Yes, indeed. He just got the Raven out for the. He just got the tech lab here on the starport for the Raven. There we see the barracks is moving to this tech lab, so he should start a stim research right now. And I saw this Beastie doing already. Yes, there we see the stim. There we see the siege tanks. So it will be Marine Marauder, Raven, and siege tanks. I saw this Beastie doing already a couple of times. He just waited a little bit until he was only playing on 1 base. He waited until the stim was finished, he waited until the siege mode was finished, and then he just went for a really powerful 1 base attack. Even took about 8 to 15 SCVs to attack, but it's not like a bit by bit prime, only SCVs and Marines, so this is really a well planned attack. Of course, this is really can do some damage with it. We see the Robo-Bear on the other hand. For Underdark, it is another 15 seconds until this is finished, and then another 75 minus chrono boost. So he will be able to constantly chrono boost the Colossi, but he might only be having 1 Colossus out as soon as Beastie decides to go for an attack. And there we see the Observer by Underdark. It's flying directly towards the Raven, so let's take a look if Underdark will be able to control this the proper way. Now the Marines already taking it down, so no more scouting for you, Underdark. Beastie was at the front there as well, and he's got a Marine with 2 kills, so it looks like Hero Marine was able to kill at least 2 of those probes. And now Beastie is moving out. He's got 3 siege tanks, he's got 80 Marines, a Raven, he got a Medivac, and he's got a Raven which is under attack. But this Raven is only there to deploy a point defense drone. The Raven will be there to be able to deploy another auto turret, because there's not enough energy for both. Now Beastie is aware of this Colossus, and tanks are sieged up, and now the slow push commences. He's got 14 SCVs at the front, all those units on hold position. Of course the tanks can't do nothing about it, and there he is rearranging his siege tank. Now he's got all those area in vision, in range with the siege tank. All those forces are here at the ramp. Beastie's pushing slowly more and more forward. This tank at the front will go down for sure. SCVs moving at the front as well. Nice placed force fields. Where are the siege tanks shooting at? They're shooting at the gate units, so this Stalker is going down. This other Stalker is still alive. Point defense drone was helping out there for quite a bit. This Colossus will be still alive, and Beastie still got 3 siege tanks left. He's producing more SCVs, producing more Marines, but the second Colossus is finished. The third one is en route as well, and he just finished with the thermal lens upgrade. So bunkers, auto turrets, and the slow push is still commencing. Underdark is swapping in more zealots, and Beastie has to make something happen with this push, otherwise he will be in a lot of trouble. Miss Micro with his Banshee, with his Raven. Raven goes down. Beastie still trying to do some damage here with the Viking. Bunker is still in production, another gate goes down, so Underdark is still on 5 gates, and a rover should be enough. Now the bunker is under attack as well. Of course dies so fast to these 4 Stalkers and the 2 Colossi, and looks like Underdark might be able to take the first game right here, right now. Beastie is still trying to do some damage. Only 1 Stalker still alive. Stalker got taken out by the siege tank, so Beastie with his Viking can attack this Colossus. Viking goes down and the Colossus survives with 12 kills done and 6 HP left, so this was really close one. And when we take a look at the harvester count, Beastie was able to get back to 27 harvesters, 25 harvesters, but in the end it's not looking good for him. When we take a look at the supply, there he tried to suicide a tank in there, only was able to kill a 1 HP, so 5 HP left from the previous 6 HP left, and Beastie is now pulling back. Does he have an alternative plan? Looks like no, he does not, because no command center out, and no command center against the 2-base photos means pretty much G to the G, baby, because 5 gates a robo out on 2 bases. We take a look, the mineral income is double, the harvester gas income is double as well, the supply is nearly double, so I have no idea how he can come back from this game. Still no command center in production, and this should be it, at least in my opinion. So Underdog most likely will be able to take the first game here. And now taking care of the destructible rocks. And meanwhile, Beastie is now moving out once again. It's time to check the supply, 66.94, so a 30 supply lead for Underdog. And remember, 25, or even about 30 nearly supply is probes what Underdog's got more. So the army size is nearly the same for both players. And how many Vikings does he have? 5 Vikings, 16 Marines, a couple of SCVs at the front, and 4 siege tanks. So he really needs to watch out for the Marines. If he will be able to take out the Colossi, he might be in a good position. But now another Immortal is out here for Underdog, and another Immortal is en route as well. Vikings trying to shoot the Colossi down. 2 Colossi already down, but the Immortal and the Stalker clearing up the remaining ground forces. Now he's landing, but the Immortal is just pounding through the landed Vikings, and this is not looking good for Beastie at all. He realizes he GG's out of the game. So Beastie currently behind 1 game, Underdog up 1-0. It is a best of 3. So next game coming up, Underdog just needs to win 1 more game to take the CraftCup LITE number 31. On the other hand, Beastie needs to win at least he needs to win exactly 2 more games to take this tournament home to Serbia. So yeah, that's about it, and next game coming up soon. And thank God I am not lagging anymore, and the lobby is Metalopolis. This is where Beastie decided to play against Underdog in game number 2.